Hi, this is Praveen Kamath Kumla. I've joined FPM program of Isbr way back in 2020. It was a journey of 3 years wherein we were made to learn coursework from some of the best class faculties within the university as well as the Isbr college. For me, not having a qualification which is very formal in nature and getting back to the books and the rigor of assigning myself for a few hours on a weekly basis was an Herculean task. Thanks to ISBR team of professionals who are eloquent in their subject matter knowledge as well as their ability to present it seamlessly on the weekend made me to gain courage and do extremely well myself in my coursework. Being a teacher, having taught in the best known universities across the world, I think it was a difficult journey for me sitting on the other side as a student after a gap of about 3 decades. Having seen the industry and seen the academic world very closely as a teacher, for me, getting back to basics and learning it from the scratch was an Herculean task. But the task was minimized in terms of our engagement, my discussion with my guide, and some of the best-in-class specialized teachers working with my competencies in management, with me working closely on statistics and research methodology gave me courage in the journey of initial 3 years. Then started a new phase of my life wherein I completed my coursework seamlessly, did fairly well in terms of scoring, as well as moving into the next phase of writing my objectives, looking at my hypotheses of the case, and building a pilot for the thesis. Fortunately or unfortunately, the topic for my conversation with the larger world of IT was around 5 cohorts of generations which worked in the industry in the last 3 decades. I ensured, with the help of ISBR team of professionals and teachers and my guide, I was able to decide and devise a methodology for me to arrive at my research topic. Once I arrived at the research topic, I think I got fairly convinced that this is the topic which I need to work on. And I started working on the research gap hypothesis, setting my objectives and my roadmap for data analysis. Those 18 months of my journey has been fascinatingly interesting. This is the first time in my life I could really relate conceptual clarity which I got through coursework, applying in action while doing an empirical research. So what did I do? I sat, relaxed myself, looked at the data points, looked at the universe of population I'm gathering over a period of time, and then facilitated constantly with the help of guide to look at which are the pitfalls, which are the gaps in my approach in data analysis. Once I've done with the data analysis, here comes the stage wherein I have to create a draft of my thesis, keeping everything to the pen and the paper. So I started writing, and this was a journey which took about a quarter and even slightly more than a quarter, about 4 months, wherein I really mastered the art of writing the thesis pointers, the descriptions, the language skills came into action. Once that is done, then we came to a moot point wherein we have to do statistical analysis as well as in-depth research methodology applied in action. Now that's the time I did take a lot of support from our professors of statistics and our professors who've been teaching these subjects in the college for several weeks to arrive at the chapter on data analysis. Then came the conversation around should we look at myself to present this particular thesis with the internal faculties of ISBR. So I've just completed my first defense. I'm looking forward for my external defense. That's the second one. And finally my Viva maybe in the next 1 or 2 months. I'm really happy and thrilled to know as well as realize the value proposition which has been built by ISBR as an organization and institution, the teachers in specific, the professors who taught me, and the guide who helped me to bring in light to my path of excellence in structuring my thesis for final delivery. I request all of you who are watching my video to look at ISBR as an opportunity for all of us to realize the value which we can gain as teachers, as industry leaders, to look at ISBR FPM program, which can help you enable your ability to scale up and build your personality to the next level, thereby complementing your life view about academia, research, industry, and your profession. I thank you all. Thanks ISBR. Thanks to my guide, and all my teachers who made that happen. Thank you very much. Looking forward. I'm going to rub shoulders with you very soon with my doctorate in my hand and working with you closely for the next few decades, which we can leverage to our advantage. Thank you very much.